Hey guys, Eric here from VapeTechnologies. Real quick, I want to thank you guys for making this group buy run nice and smooth. It's the only reason we keep doing them is because we haven't had any problems so far yet. It's because we like to keep the numbers small, circle small. It's better to have 4 quarters than 100 pennies, no matter what the situation is. Alright, so I'd like to thank you guys. Everything went nice and smooth. Group buy was real quick, lasted a couple hours because we had to we had to carry it overnight because it started pretty late. You guys that missed out, I'm sorry. I really apologize. We tried, to contact you and let you know what was up, but apparently things were just happening too fast and it didn't work out. But not to worry, because you know how we do it. We're gonna have another batch coming out next month. We got Celtics and we got Patriots coming up. All right. Also, we're going to have some other special non-sports teams batches coming up. We're going to try to balance the time between our contracts with our local shops and our group buys on social media. So we want to be able to make sure everybody can be able to get an affordable piece that doesn't have $200-300 to spend on a high-end mod. All right, we're not just here to rake in bucks. We are the vape community, so we're gonna do whatever we can, giveaways, drop the prices as low as we can possibly get, and just do what we can to make it all good. So we got some Patriots coming up, we got some Celtics coming up, and we're also gonna have some BC Boston College mods coming up. We had a high demand for those. We got a lot of requests for a lot of New York teams, New York Giants, New York, a couple different New York teams. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. There's plenty of modders out in New York that'll do that. So yeah, real quick, I just want to show you this. We got some new acrylic lids that will be these will be available. These are available right now. We can etch these. As you can see, they're see-through, okay? Now the made in mass, that's optional. I just slapped that on there because I was playing around with the graphics. That's vinyl, so, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of vinyl. I only use it to accent things when I'm working on the mods. But this right here, that's etched about 1/2 millimeter deep. That's laser engraved. We just got plenty of these lids in stock, and now with the laser cutter, we can cut our own lids from sheet acrylic. So we will have these lids available, and we can put whatever you want on them. So just hit us up if you're interested. They'll go on any mod that we make, because everybody uses different magnets, but the magnets we use, we make sure they're universal with all different types of lids. You could throw a hexohm lid on one of our boxes if that's what you want to do. So, but yeah, magnetic, just right on, Got those strong rare earth N51 magnets, so yeah, we got those. But I'm getting off track here. All I wanted to do is just run down these mods real quick. So, first of all, you're going to get your box in one of our retail boxes, okay? So just be careful when you're opening the box, the shipping box, not to tear it open if it's something you want to hold on to. Alright? So you got 2 switches here. You got 2 switches right here. That's your on and off switch, your master on and off switch. When you put that switch off, your mod is off. You can hit the button all you want and it's not going to fire. The switch inside, that's to turn on your voltmeter. Okay? I'll show you in a minute when I put the batteries in. What you don't want to do is have the voltmeter on while you're firing. Okay? You don't want to do that because there could be a voltage backup and a backup in electrons, and it could blow out the voltmeter, because this voltmeter is in no way, shape, or form able to handle the amount of power that goes through this device when you're firing it. Okay, no way. Even though the PWM and the voltmeter, they're each on their own circuit, still it's not a good idea because they all come off those 2 main cells. Okay, so that it can happen. You can pop out this voltmeter if you leave the voltmeter on while you're firing it. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Even if you're trying to test like a voltage drop or whatever, you're not going to get accurate numbers from a square wave output because meters don't like to see a bunch of pulses. They like to see a steady output. They're not gonna read accurate if you're trying to test your voltage drop. What this voltmeter is to do is just to see where your batteries are at. Check out where you're at. Make sure you're not running too low. I don't need a voltmeter. You can tell when your voltage is dropping to the point where you got to switch out your batteries. So let me just show you real quick. This is how. There's two different ways to do your batteries. All right. This is my preferred way. Okay. Bring the strap over here. I want to make sure you put positive end in up. And real quick, these aren't really Energizer batteries. These are one of our rewraps. We got all kinds of crazy rewraps, so we like to have fun with it. Bring the strap over, okay? Make sure your negative end is up. Pay very close attention to the polarity here. You cannot, there's no room for error. You cannot put your batteries in backwards, okay? Negative end up. Okay, see how the voltmeter came right on? Switch was on. All right, so we got quite a glare from this light here. Let me see if I can do something about that. No, there's not much I can do about it. So your voltmeter's on. What you don't want to do is fire this while the voltmeter's on, okay? So make sure you shut it off. You know, you want to check where your batteries are at. Turn the voltmeter on. Turn it off. You want to take some pretty pictures or whatever you're doing? Go ahead. Turn the voltmeter on. Stand it up for some pictures. Do what you got to do, okay? Just don't fire it while that voltmeter's on. All right, it's not gonna do anything crazy, but you might lose your voltmeter, and I can't be fixing them if I warned you guys about that. You know, that's something that used to come back to us a lot. People would say, "Oh, can you fix my voltmeter? I blew out my voltmeter." I said, "Well, how'd you do that?" "You did exactly what I told you not to do, because it's the only way you're gonna blow your voltmeter." So, okay, I try to be as liberal and generous as I can with the warranties, but we get backed up real quick, guys. It's just me and 3 other people. It's me and my partner. We got a couple people helping out in the shop. We got someone's helping us with graphic design. And that's about it. I mean, we do everything right here in the shop. I'm wrapping it up and about to go home in a few minutes. I just wanted to shoot this quick video. All right. It's very, very rare to fire up a PWM at 100%. These things are powerful, guys. Start real low, work your way up if you must, okay? You just grab one of these. This is something that every vapor has. Every vapor has the infamous little blue screwdriver, okay? I don't think you're a vapor if you don't have one of these. You might have a whole drawer full of them, but just in case, I'm going to include one with the mods, because you're going to need that to adjust the voltage. The reason we did that is because we don't want this being in your pocket and, you know, hitting the potentiometer dial by accident, having it go up to 100%, and then you go to fire your mod and you're going to have issues because your settings were at 50, all of a sudden it goes to 100, you fire 0.3 coils at 100%, that's going to be bad news. You're probably going to light your coils right up on fire, so you don't want to do that. These are high-powered devices, guys. I'm not just saying that as a marketing gimmick. These things, PWM is some next-level stuff. All right? If you're familiar with Hexohm T10s, Raptors, we've built those, but not anymore. Ever since PWM has been the new kid on the block. So, what you're going to want to do here, the little blue screwdriver goes right, you know, dial your potentiometer right there. If you want to get a good feel for where your parameters are at, go all the way to the left, all the way to the right. You'll know that 0, that's 100. 0%, 100%. Usually with 0.3, 0.4 ohm coils, PWMs sit pretty at about 50%. So let's see. We got 100, 0. 50 is going to be right about there. If you're the type of person that needs accurate numbers, then that's not really, I mean, that's PWM isn't going to be for you. You're going to need a Raptor or, you know, an OKL chip, because I personally like to just enjoy a vape. I'm not too obsessed with numbers on a screen, as long as I know where I'm at and I know I'm in a safe zone. So, alright, so if we got 100% there, 0 there, 50 is going to be right about there. Okay? We got our batteries in. It's only 50% too. Alright, so real quick, I'm just going to go through all these mods so we all know they're in good working condition. Obviously, we do a lot of testing. We test voltage drop, battery sag. We do a lot of testing before these leave the shop. This isn't our testing. This is just a quick video showing these things all work before they leave. Okay, so that's 50. There's 0. It's not technically not 0 because there's still voltage going through there, but it's 0 on the potentiometer. Okay, 60. Guys, be careful with these, alright? So that's that. Got some juice on the back there. I'm going to clean these up nice with alcohol pads before they get packaged up. Alright, so when you take your batteries out, if you do it this way, simply just pull. I don't want to drop them. I'm trying to show you without my hands getting in the way here. Okay, there's your batteries. We use Samsung 25Rs, and they gotta be genuine batteries. You can't have bootleg batteries. Make sure you read all the paperwork that comes with these boxes. Oh look, I still have batteries in here from the testing. Alright, so let's just do this. We got number 4 here. Alright, see where our value is at. It's already at about 50. Keep it at 50. Beautiful. Okay, you're gonna hear a hum. A lot of people ask me about that hum. Listen. It's perfectly normal. All that is electrons. It's electricity going through the wires in little pulses. The pulses are so fast that, you know, when electricity goes through wires, the wires actually expand and contract. Sorry. And when they expand and contract so fast with pulse width modulation, it becomes an audible sound. In fact, that's how they give ratings for timers within you know, megahertz, kilohertz, audible measurements. All right, we got number 3 here. Batteries are still in from the testing. We're good. Okay. See, we still got batteries in this one too. Yep, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, this video is going to be nice and quick. Now that all the talking's over with. Must be at 0. It must be pretty low here. Yep, that's at 0. Okay, so let's put it at 40%. Yeah, that's cranking. That's firing. One more thing, if your lid ever starts to wobble, we make these black oxide hex fasteners. These will adjust with a little, you know, little hex bit. You can adjust these. You get a perfect flush fit every time. If anything ever gets off, or your lid starts to wobble, or you purchase one of the acrylic plates and you want to adjust to accommodate that, these fasteners will adjust. Okay, you'll see what I mean when you get the box. All right, so that's that. Like I said, the switches, don't fire it while the voltmeter's on. These have been tested for battery sag and voltage drop. These are authentic Fat Daddy Vape 510 connections. They're spring loaded. So being authentic Fat Daddy Vape genuine products, these are pretty much some of the best 510s on the market. And they're guaranteed to fit perfectly flush with any authentic RDA, because the authentics, they all go by a set protocol of standards when you're talking about your center pin here, your 510, okay? Now, when you got some clones, I mean, I got nothing against clones. I got some clone RDAs too. But sometimes these can be a little too tall or a little too short. So I just want to run something by you real quick, just in case. Just in case. I haven't had this happen to not too many mods, but just in case you go to screw in your atomizer and it stops, like right there, that's fine. That's fine. Don't over tighten it, okay? Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna start hurting that positive lead that goes in there, okay? If you're pushing that in too fast. This center pin in here, that's spring loaded. As soon as you start screwing this in, it's touching, okay? You're making connection as soon as you start screwing, okay? It's probably connecting right now. From here on out, screwing it in, all you're doing, that center pin is just getting pushed down because it's spring loaded. So you're getting good connection. If there's a little tiny 1 millimeter gap right here, don't sweat it. Don't try to screw it in and tighten it to try to get that flush. You're gonna cause problems. These are pretty rugged mods, but they're not bulletproof. No mod is bulletproof, even though they claim to be. So, all right, that's what we got. I encourage anybody to ask questions. Please ask questions. Don't go about doing anything that you don't know about, okay? Just ask questions if you gotta ask questions. We've been in electronics modifications, PC gaming console modifications for about 12 years now. Been building boxes for 2 years. Me personally, I know my electronics, I know my stuff. So I don't expect everybody in the world to know what, advanced electronics. So don't feel like I'm gonna judge you if you ask me what could be a stupid question in your opinion. There's no stupid questions out there. I really don't like that when somebody in the group or one of the vape groups asks a question and they get jumped on by 10 guys. Like, that's not cool. That kid that just got jumped on for asking that question, that's probably the last time he's gonna ever ask a question. How's he gonna learn? How's he gonna grow? How's he gonna advance with his vaping when he is not able to ask questions? So ask questions, guys, especially in my group. If you guys ask questions and someone gets smart, they're getting kicked out. That's not cool. It's not cool. If somebody acts up when somebody asks, I don't care what kind of question it is, but if anybody's acting up and jumping on people for asking a question, they're getting booted right out of the group. We worked really hard to keep this a good community with good people, all right? So we're going to keep it that way. Ask any questions you need to ask. So I guess that just about covers it. Basically, I just wanted to run over some real quick stuff that you probably already know, but I want to just go over it just in case. Yeah, that's it. Just show these are all working when they left the door. Take care, guys.